Scientists agree that the best chances of finding alien life will be on planets similar to ours. And descriptions of extraterrestrials seem to resemble humans in many ways. Some ancient astronaut theorists draw a surprising conclusion from these facts, suggesting that aliens might actually be human.
It is odd that many of the descriptions of aliens are effectively humanoid, and this raises an interesting possibility. One idea that's been put forward is that these are not extraterrestrials at all, but they're time travelers from the future.
They could be us from 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 years from now. Let's assume for a moment that 10,000 years from now on this planet, if we all survive, that time travel was created. They've invented it. Just like the time machine of H.G. Wells' days. They can go back or they can go forward. So let's assume 10,000 years from now, we decide to come back to see us. Maybe they have changed physically. They look like the alien Greys or whoever they may be.
It could well be that ancient astronauts might not be creatures from other planets at all, but time travelers from 2720 in a time machine.
Time travel is an essential concept for science fiction. But would it be possible for flesh and blood humans to find a way to transport themselves through time with current technology? Would this enable us to cover the vast distances of space?
If I could travel close to the speed of light, I could reach the year 3000, say, in a couple of years. I have to get very close to the speed of light for that, but it's doable, and we know that this isn't a theory, this is real physics. We can demonstrate these time-warping effects. So you can reach the future quicker by traveling close to the speed of light.
The concept of time travel was first proposed by Albert Einstein in 1905, when he published his theory of special relativity.
Ancient astronaut theory says that astronauts visited us a long time ago from somewhere else. The technology involved in doing that, we would assume, would be similar to what we understand now. I mean, we know special relativity is a law of physics. It holds anywhere in the universe. Ancient astronauts would come all the way here and travel these large distances and not age that much relative to their home planet. Because if you're going close enough to the speed of light, you will have slowed down time enough that when you get back, hundreds, thousands, or even millions of years could have passed.
One limitation to this method of travel is that because a spacecraft has mass, it theoretically cannot reach the exact speed of light. The resulting reduction in velocity would then dramatically increase the amount of time needed to cross the vast universe.
Well, there's definitely many theories about how extraterrestrials got here, how their propulsion system got them to planet Earth. They're surely not coming here the way we go out into space. They'd never get here. They are finding different ways. They have either developed a new form of propulsion, or they're able to travel through what I've always believed, wormholes throughout the universe that would instantaneously put them here.
The idea of wormholes was first proposed in 1935 by Albert Einstein and his longtime collaborator, Nathan Rosen. They began to explore the possibility that space and time could literally be bent to create a time travel shortcut.
Wormholes have not been detected. They're a postulated structure in space that involve actually taking, if you want to think of a sheet of paper, bending it in half and connecting the two pieces that you get together. A wormhole is thought to do something like that. You know, space gets warped and it connects between two different parts of space. You know, there's predictions about what they would look like, there's theories about them, but we haven't detected one yet. You're not actually ever traveling faster than the speed of light, you're just cutting corners.
You don't actually have to go light speed and travel for light years to someplace. You literally go there through a wormhole and through hyperspace and bang, you're there.
If you can have a wormhole in space, then it could be turned in principle into a time machine. And so travel back in time as well as forward in time would then be possible. The problem is, where do you get your wormhole? It's not inconceivable that wormholes were made in the Big Bang, coughed out along with everything else. There might be one out there in the universe we could harvest and adapt to form a time machine.
If you end up discovering that you could make wormholes, then that increases the range that you can explore in space. And that increases the likelihood of having two civilizations at the same time with the right technology to communicate with each other.
While theoretically possible, traveling through wormholes or at the speed of light is currently impossible for us here on Earth. Using modern propulsion methods, it would take 70,000 years to reach the nearest star.
Our fastest rockets are totally puny. It's really pathetic. So we're talking about 0.01% of the speed of light if you're lucky. Any object that we could fire out of the solar system is going to take tens of thousands of years to reach the nearest star.
Believe it or not, at 4.6 billion years old, our solar system is one of the youngest in the universe. But if civilizations exist in other galaxies, is it possible that they are more advanced than those on Earth? And if so, could they be ahead of us in their ability to travel through space and time?
For extraterrestrials to come here through the vast reaches of space to our planet, they clearly have to have technology that's way in advance of what we have today. To go from solar system to solar system, rather than going warp speed like in Star Trek, you're really going to travel as they do in Star Wars, where you're jumping through hyperspace. Going from a solar system to solar system is no time at all.
Just because we can't travel from star to star does not mean another more advanced society can't do it either. I think that's the height of human arrogance to say just because we can't do it, another more advanced civilization can't do it either. So, we have to stop looking at us that we are the pinnacle of creation, because we're not.